Hi, I'm Holly, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about where I've been. I was incarcerated at the Licking County Justice Center for a while, not for a real long time, but for a while. From there, first of all, I guess I should back up. I'm a recovering heroin addict. I've been through a lot of hardships in my life. I kind of have that spoiled brat syndrome. My parents gave me a lot, and because of that, I went a little crazy. Let's see here. So I kind of covered that. With that, I'm doing pretty well. I work a program, and because of that, because of where I've been, this is where I'm at now. But let me go ahead and back up. So I was at the Licking County Justice Center for about 45 days, and from there I'm affiliated with Community Control. And from there I have a probation officer, and she put me into a treatment center. And from there I've learned a lot about who I am and where I want to go and how to get better. And I don't want to say get better, but get different. And a good kind of different, like a different that I'm okay with now. While I was in treatment, I learned a lot about who I am and where I want to go. Like, I learned that I'm okay being 24 and having to work for things. And I think that changed when I took the Bridges Out of Poverty class. And like, not necessarily that the fact that I have to work hard to get what I want, that because everything always came easy to me, and I'm realizing a lot now that I like to work for things and that there's people willing to help with those things. The class really changed me, and I don't want to say that I was like this horrible person before, because obviously I'm a human being and I was just sick. And so, but now with the class, like, I don't know how to describe this. The class was really, really helpful for me. It helped me realize that it's okay to be struggling. It's okay to have to admit that you don't have a lot of money, and that it's okay, because a lot of America is like that right now. And I get so emotional over it because I always was given everything. And now that I'm learning that it's okay, it's completely okay to not be where I was, because Bridges Out of Poverty showed me that independence is key, and that me working for things, it'll be a lot more better for me. I met Donna here about, oh my goodness, about 4 months ago, I'd have to say. And since then, my life has just been special, because not only with her in the class, but the class itself, learning about different resources and how America, and just regularly in America, a lot of people struggle, and there's all those different hidden classes, and there's all these different rules. And at first I didn't even understand what the hell she was talking about, and going through all the different hidden rules of society and the language barriers and all of these other things. I remember sitting in class like, what? I had no idea. And the book that we get, like, for it's the Getting Ahead group, is just, I don't know, I still have it because I've obviously finished the class, but that book is crazy good. If you read it and you don't have any, and you don't quite understand, and you're in class, like, I just remember sitting in class like, I don't get it. And that's okay, because they're willing to help you. The one thing that, besides, that was the hardest for me to understand, was the different classes and how people look at, like, society looks at poverty level. And I kind of do this myself, and whether it be judgmental or not, like, because I had this whole perception of, when you say somebody's in poverty, you think of a man living underneath a bridge, poor. But then also when you say a heroin addict, that's what you think of too. And now, like, kind of going through that, you realize that it has so many different looks. Like, I'm 24 years old and I'm in a poverty level state, which that's not abnormal, because I'm yes, I'm in a poverty level state, but I'm working. I have a job. I work part-time. I don't have a car, but I get to places where I need to go. And I'm doing everything that I can to make myself better. And so that gives you that whole different perspective on how poverty has two different looks, because then there's the people who don't do anything about it and they just stay in that state. I'm learning through the Getting Ahead class that yes, you have to start here, but there's an end goal. And sometimes when you get to that goal, you make a new goal, and then you make a new goal, and then you make a new goal, and which that's awesome. And like when you go into the class, they have you do this thing where it's like it's kind of like a 50 thing bucket list. And going through the class, I've at least scratched off one, and it was for me to get my own place. And I can't even tell you how that feels, because I've never in my life lived by myself. And I don't want to, I hate that part. I don't want to ever say that it was easy, and it's not. It's not easy. And I know now that it means so much more to me because I did that. Holly, did that. And oh my goodness, just that independence feeling that's empowering. MHA and a lot about like the Getting Ahead group. You build these bonds with people as you go through, and you learn a lot about like just everything. Like, because in the class, like sometimes we would even just talk about how our lives were going, and you realize a lot about different people, and you adapt to them, and you learn. And I think that that's what the most thing I took from the class was, hey, it's okay, because I too have gone through this. I too am going through this, and we're going to be there for each other. Definitely through the class, I have got some of the best support I've ever had. And like I said in the beginning, like I'm a recovering addict, and not everybody has gone through that, but I can share a little bit about what I've gone through and give that person hope, and they give me hope. And that the word hope is just so, I don't know, it has a different meaning for me today. Like, because in the past, like somebody would be like, oh, I have hope for you, and I'd be like, cool. And now I'm like, oh, you have hope for me? Do you know what that means? Like, you believe in me, and because of that, I can believe in me too. And that whole believing in somebody is so important, because I've been places, I've been in jail, and that sucks. And when you have other people believing in you, but you don't believe in yourself, that's a hard spot. I've been there. I know what it feels like to not believe in yourself, to not think you can't get any better. I know that feeling, and that's miserable. But you can do it. I can do it. I'm doing it. And I'm watching, and I'm learning. And I'm sorry. At first, when I got into the class, I was like, this is not what I expected it to be. Like, I remember taking it, and in the treatment center, they told us it was money management skills. So I was like, yeah, I'm really bad with my money, obviously. So I go into the class, and it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Like, of course, I mean, it's something like that. They're going to help you and show you, like, what you can do better with your money. But it's more about your resources and how you can get up out of that. And saving money, it's I hate it. There comes this point where you have to realize, do I need this pair of shoes, or am I going to pay on my student loans so I can go back to school? Kind of puts things in perspective for you. And that's what Donna and Aaron helped me do, was put a lot of my things, or a lot of my material things in perspective. Like I talked a little bit about the hope and whatnot, and now I want to give that hope away. But I still have to keep some, but I get better by seeing somebody else grow. And that means so much to me now. I'm sorry, I'm reflecting on our group, because there's so many people that, like, I grew and I love, and oh my goodness, I can't even like describe it, but Getting Ahead, it changed like my perspective on just about everybody, because we had so many different people from different walks of life. Yes, a lot of us were all recovering addicts, but they had a different walk than I did. I know that Getting Ahead, it doesn't matter where I go in life, I can give Donna or MHA a call and they'll always be there to support me. And because of that, I'm forever thankful. And thank you for endorsing the group, because it's helped me change my life. The Getting Ahead group has helped me gain so much more into what I want to do. Like, I have a goal and I have people who believe in me to help me get to my goal. And that means so much. So thank you.